So very good afternoon everyone. This is Vinita and today I'm going to discuss the next part of this presentation, that is types of discipline. So the first type of discipline is positive discipline. Positive discipline is all about rewarding you or getting you motivated for doing any work to be in a discipline. It's all about motivating you in a positive way. So positive employee discipline can be defined as a proactive approach. Proactive means it is pre-planned, that you will if you are going to complete this task, you will get that reward or you will get that bonus. It is pre-planned by any organization so that you will be motivated to do that work and be in discipline. So it's a proactive approach and it focuses on fostering a culture of accountability, respect and continuous improvement in the workplace through fair and supportive management practices. Accountability means it's about giving you some responsibility in a positive way, we can say that. So it fostering, like it enhance the accountability, the responsibility. Like in any organization, if your superior is saying that you will do this thing, then you will get some reward or some bonus, then it result in fostering your accountability, that is responsibility. You will be more responsible, more motivated and do all the work on time. Now coming to the next type, that is negative discipline. So as we have discussed in positive discipline, all the things were positive, people were positively supporting you to be motivated to do all the tasks. Unlike that, in negative discipline, people will motivate you but not in a positive way but in a negative way. So in negative discipline, negative employee discipline refers to reactive measures. In positive, that was proactive, that is pre-planned, but while in negative discipline it is reactive, that whatever kind of indiscipline you are doing, according to that only your superior is going to punish you. So it is a reactive, not pre-planned measure taken by management to address misconduct or non-compliance. Non-compliance means not following any rules, not going with the your organization's rules and regulations in the workplace, often involving punitive actions that may result in resentment and disengagement among employees. So in negative discipline, it is true that in your organization your superior is going to punish you if you are doing any indiscipline, but also there is certain rules, like they cannot fire you immediately. There are some steps involved in it, like initially, for example, we can say that if you are coming late to your office, so initially your superior will ask you verbally, will talk to you that what is the reason why are you coming late. Then if again that thing is repeating, then they will give you a written reprimand. Then again, if you are repeating the same thing, they will warn you, and in the next step then they can dismiss you from the organization. So there are certain steps involved in it. So that is negative discipline. Now coming to the self-discipline and control. It is about self-control, self-motivation. Not external sources are required for motivating you. Whatever you are doing, you are doing by yourself only. So in self-discipline and control, self-discipline refers to an individual's ability to regulate their own behavior, actions and emotions. In it, you are only responsible for all of your action, all of whatever you are doing, all of your behavior. So while in employee discipline, we can say that it involves organizational effort to ensure adherence, that is following adherence to established rules, policies and standards within the workplace. So in self-discipline, we can say that, for example, in any organization, if you are getting some workload, or then you are handling those things without any support of your superior, or you are doing all the things on time, on deadline, without any superior pressure, then that will come under the self-discipline. So now the next one is progressive discipline. So in progressive discipline, it is about taking you into discipline step by step. And in progressive discipline, there is a full cooperation to you from your organization in your progress. Like progressive discipline is a practice in which management takes a series of steps to help employees improve their work performance. In progressive discipline, for example, we can say that during COVID-19, everything was getting online, and people were not aware about those things like how to work online. But their organizations were supporting them in doing all the things step by step. And in progressive discipline also, instead of providing all the support from organization, giving you all the resources, instead if you are not doing well, then in this also some certain steps are involved. Like initially they will talk to you orally, as we have discussed earlier, then the written reprimand, then they will tell you the expectation, what they are expecting from you. And instead of giving all the training resources, if you are not capable of doing things, you are not having certain skills, they can fire you also in this also. Now after making a mistake, an employee has time to either correct their professional conduct or experience fair consequences. So if you are doing any indiscipline, then you will have to face all those consequences also, and a certain time period also will given to you to correct those indiscipline. Now coming to the red hot stove rule, which is given by McGregor. So discipline should be imposed without generating resentment. Resentment means we can say that resisting. It's like resisting kind of thing. Like without any aggressiveness, aggression, you are accepting all the things. So McGregor's propounded red hot stove rule, which says that a sound and effective disciplinary system in an organization should have the following characteristics. So according to McGregor, some of characteristics are there, so that your organization will be go in a very sound way, and all the discipline will be followed. So the first one is immediate. So in immediate, it just like McGregor has compared the burning flame with the discipline. Just like if you are touching the burning flame, you get burned immediately. In the same way, in discipline also, if you are doing any indiscipline, you will have to punish immediately, like your superior will punish you immediately, just like in this case. Okay, so it's like immediate. And now the next one is consistent. Just as a red hot stove burn everyone in the same manner, likewise there should be high consistency in a sound disciplinary action. That is, your disciplinary action should be consistent, should not changing person to person. So it's like same for everyone also. Okay, not varying with person to person. So that is consistent. Now the third one is impersonal. Just as a person is born because he touches the red hot stove, not because of any personal feeling. Like in this case also, if it touches the flame, the burning flame, we burn despite of who am I. Means it does not differentiate between the people. It will burn everyone who will touch the flame. Like in the same way, in the case of discipline also, if you are doing any indiscipline, your superior will punish you in the same way without doing any discrimination among their employees. Now the last one is prior warning notice. Just as an individual has warning when he moves closer to the stove that he can burn, in the same way, in the case of discipline also your supervisor will give you the prior warning that yeah, if you are going to do this thing, you will have to face those consequences. So that's all. Thank you.